This week, the AI layoff count crossed 186,000 jobs. And the same AI boom that's doing the firing, it can't find 500,000 workers to build itself. Those missing workers aren't sitting at desks. They're guys like us. I'm a mechanic. I fight fires on the weekend, and I learned this AI stuff from scratch, so I can tell you what actually matters for people who work with their hands and cut the hype the tech channels won't. Today, the great swap flipping who's safe and who's not, the trade paying $200,000 with no degree, an update on your power bill, and I finally put a free AI mechanic on the bench. Let's go. So here's the swap. On one side, the layoffs. A running tracker now counts more than 185,000 jobs cut this year, and on more than half of them, the company straight up named AI or automation as the reason. Coders, marketers, customer service, data entry, the desk work. On the other side, the AI build-out is starving for workers. Depending on who's counting, the industry's short somewhere between 340,000 and nearly 500,000 construction workers. Not enough people to build the thing. Because here's what the headlines skip. AI isn't just software floating in a cloud, it's buildings. Concrete, steel, power, cooling, miles of wire. Every answer you get out of one of these things runs through a data center somebody had to physically build, wire, and keep cool. The robot needs a building, and the building needs you. Think of it like this. Everybody's crowded around the fancy new engine. Nobody's noticed there's nobody left in the shop who can actually install it. That's the spot the trades are standing in right now. And it's not just data centers. AT&T just committed $250 billion over 5 years to build out its network, and said it'll hire thousands of technicians this year alone. Get this, only 5% of the jobs there need a 4-year degree. Now, I'm not going to stand here and gloat. The desk job cuts are real, and there are good people hurting. This isn't, haha, it's me telling you plainly which side of that line your trade is on. And this week, the numbers moved in your favor. Here's a job that pays up to $200,000 a year. No degree, no student debt, and there aren't enough people to fill it. Electricians. On a data center job, the electrical work is anywhere from 45 to 70% of the entire build cost. That's the union's own number, which means the electrician isn't the help on that site. He's the main event, and the trade knows it. One electrician's local in the data center belt near Washington has doubled its membership since 2018, up to about 14,700 people. Young folks are flooding into apprenticeships because the math is stupid simple. Learn a skill, get paid while you learn it, and walk into 6 figures wiring the machines everybody else is scared of. That's the swap in one trade. Now, the update I promised you, your power bill. Quick recap for anybody new. All those data centers pulling all that power have to buy it somewhere, and that demand drags up the price for everybody on the grid. Last month I told you a regulator called FERC put the grid operators on a clock over who pays for it. Here's where it's at. The biggest grid operator in the country, the one covering the Mid-Atlantic, just had its yearly power auction clear at the price cap 2 years running. Basically, the most expensive it's legally allowed to be both times, and driven almost entirely by data center demand. And the first of those record years? It kicked in June 1st, so this isn't coming. It's on bills right now. On the FERC fight, the grid operators owe their first homework back around the middle of this month, a report on whether there's even enough power to go around. The real answer, rewrite your rules or justify them, is due in mid-August. And I'll be honest with you, same as last time, a deadline is not a fix. It's a promise to try. Same squeeze is on up here in Canada. The demand's real on both sides of the border. So when they have to answer in August, I'll bring you what they said, and whether it holds. That's the one I'm watching. Speed round. The stuff the tech crowd lost their minds over this week that means nothing for your Tuesday. 1. Google's big new model slipped its release date. Again, still not out. Doesn't touch your shop. 2. OpenAI's newest is locked to about 20 approved organizations. You can't have it, and you're not missing anything. 3. The UN held its first big AI governance summit. 169 countries in one room. Matters someday, not today. 4. One AI company's now pulling $47 billion a year. Great for them. Your invoice still says what it said. That's the noise. Now you don't have to read about it. A free app that calls itself an AI mechanic. You type in the symptom, it hands you back a diagnosis. No scan tool required. So I put it on the bench with a real problem. It's called MECH AI. I set my own car up in it. Year, make, model. It keeps a little garage. Then I gave it a real one. Overheating, boiling over. It came back with the likely causes and repair suggestions, and then it asked me follow-up questions, same as a good tech would across the counter. It'll pair with a cheap Bluetooth OBD2 reader if you want live data off the car. And there's a stack of preset jobs in there, spark plug replacement and the like, step by step, with the tools listed before you start. Verdict: this one's going in my arsenal. 2 honest catches. The free version runs ads at you every now and then. That's the price of free. And same rule as any sharp apprentice. Verify before you turn a wrench on its word, and mind what you type into a free app. That's the week. The big one to sit with. AI's cutting the desk jobs and can't hire enough hands to build itself. If somebody's ever told you a trade is a dead end, the numbers this week say the exact opposite. Next week, I'll be reading those FERC power reports the second they land, so you don't have to. If you want AI news cut down to what actually matters for working people, hit subscribe. And I send a newsletter that's exactly this, in your inbox, so you're not digging through 16 tech blogs. Links below. I do the digging, you get the parts that matter. See you next week.